Okay guys, I'll do a quick video about listening to depressing music and the effect that has on your mental state. What's a good thing, what's a bad thing, what's relevant today in the modern world. So, and yeah, what you can do to combat it, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm a really big fan of depressing music. I really love it. It's really like, say about 2-3 years ago, really got into sort of the Doomer, Russian Doomer stuff, like Molchat Doma, and then a lot of sort of really depressing bands, you know. I like Lil Peep, all this kind of stuff. You know, big fan, rubs me up the right way. But, and for about 2 years, this was mainly what I listened to. That and a bit of sort of UK drill. So I was just listening to very angry music and very depressing music. I think quite recently I've been trying to turn my life around, trying to build more positive habits, trying to make myself more happy, basically. And I've been almost by magic, automatically, I've stopped listening to this kind of depressing music that I was so engrossed by. You know, I mean, this really was like those 3 Molchat Doma albums. That was just my bread and butter for, you know, an incredibly long time. You know, once I get stuck on a certain type of music, it really sticks with me. But yeah, suddenly stopped kind of craving that kind of music, which is really weird. And I started to listen to more sort of self-improvement podcasts like Andrew Huberman, you know, all that kind of stuff, which is really weird. It's really different. And as I've kind of said, it wasn't an active thing. I didn't think, oh, I've got to stop listening to this depressing music. But yeah, it just sort of stops, and you know, I started to listen to this kind of music again now, a bit more. But there was a period where I was quite scared to start listening to it again, because I thought, is it going to have a bad impact on my mental health? And I've usually thought that's a silly thing to think. I've not really bought the idea that this kind of thing, like, impacts your mental health. But I buy into it slightly more now. I mean, Anthony Fantano made quite an interesting video about it, saying how he had a viewer write in who was very depressed, and he was like, oh, I've been listening to a lot of Lil Peep and XXX or all that kind of stuff, and he was like, yeah, I'm feeling really depressed, and Anthony Fantano was like, maybe it's the type of music you're listening to. And I mean, it was an interesting debate that I've started to think about a lot more, like how much you sort of become the music that you listen to. So maybe there's something in the story that you can relate to. I mean, I remember scrolling down these sort of comments on these Doomer playlists that I'd listen to, and I'd see all these people who are chronically depressed listen to it, and I was thinking, am I the only person here who isn't chronically depressed? Yeah, very weird. But I think we live in a time where everyone listens to quite sad music. I think it's just very popular, you know, like sad. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Sad music's really the thing, you know, sad, slow, rap music. People love that stuff. No one really. There's not much room for very positive music anymore, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But anyway, just to address the other side, I think you need to find some way of, if you like listening to very depressing music, you need to find some kind of antidote to balance it out. Because I've been amazed at how positive my life is when I listen to happier music as well. And, you know, how energized I feel if I listen to, you know, a bit of Tupac or something like that. You know, something with a bit of kick to it. But at the same time, I think it's all part of life's rich tapestry. You don't want to not listen to music you identify with. So just find a kind of balance between the two is my antidote. Maybe you guys have had a similar experience. Let me know if you had, if you're interested to examine it. I mean, I think, sorry, I've got to stop saying but lots of, I think in some religions like Islam, music is seen as a real sort of distraction from, music is sort of frowned upon as a lesser art form compared to literature. I'm referring to like sort of pop music and stuff. Obviously, like singing, prayer and stuff is quite a big part of the Muslim faith. But pop music and music for its own sake is sort of prohibited in Ramadan and stuff like that. Maybe there's some Muslims who can correct me if I'm wrong, but from the conversations I've had about this, that's how I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm getting some of this wrong. But I don't believe that kind of perspective. There is something to it. I think music can really, because music's a drug. It has a powerful force in you, and you want to get the right results out of it. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think.